They're not even from Chicago? They're probably not even from Illinois. What's up, everybody? I am the Skeptical Realist. Ready for some stupid shit coming out of Chicago? Some more stupid shit coming out of Chicago? Well, here we go. Most of the $51 million in aid for illegals approved by the Chicago City Council to be spent on staffing firm. What the does that mean? 51 million? Okay. TGP reported in May that while Chicago burns with rampant crime and violence, the City Council approved $51 million in aid for illegals. $51 million in aid for illegals. Where's that $51 million for the people of Chicago? How are they doing this for illegals but couldn't do it for Chicagoans? WLS now reports that most of these funds, $47 million, $47 million of the $51 million will be used to pay for a national staffing firm that provides personnel at shelters receiving illegals arriving in the city. Illegals are arriving in a sanctuary city. But $47 million just for personnel? This is a national staffing firm? They're not even from Chicago? They're probably not even from Illinois. Who made this decision? What a bunch of... Most of the $51 million approved by the City Council during a recent tense meeting will go towards paying a national staffing firm that is providing around-the-clock personnel at the makeshift shelters where recently arrived asylum seekers are seeking refuge, according to a city official. Most of which we already knew. Thank you. Christina Zayas, CPZ, first Deputy Chief of Staff for Mayor Brandon Johnson, what a idiot this guy is, told the City Council's Committee on Immigration and Refugee Rights during a Wednesday hearing that $47 million must be used to pay personnel. Must be. Describing it as something they inherited. Inherited. Where have we heard that before? I think that's code for we're not taking responsibility for this. Somebody else did it. It was like that when we got here. Don't blame us. That was not the best use of funds. No shit. PZ said the administration plans to seek requests for proposals in July from Chicago-based organizations that could take over that work. July? It's already July. So this month, you're going to have a Chicago-based organization take it over? So I was right. First of all, they're not Chicago-based. But anyway, I mean, what the... So the $47 million, you're going to have to still pay that? Or are you going to use that for the Chicago-based organization? And if it's a Chicago-based organization, it's going to be more open for fraud and payoffs and all that other shit. Should it cost the same amount of money? No. Shouldn't it be less if you're using a local organization? The city also spent funds on leases for spaces, meals, facility maintenance, rental assistance, and transportation. Okay, but obviously not a lot because $47 million of it's supposed to go to personnel. What kind of shit is that? While the council ultimately approved the expenditure, it was not without controversy. Chicagoans are increasingly outraged. Are they? Are they? They're not enough to stop voting for these idiots who keep putting them in these positions, who actually never help them, who have only increased crime and everything else in their city, but they keep voting for them. So what are they outraged about? Their own actions? Are they mad at themselves? They should be. Increasingly outraged by how the city is handling the crisis brought on by Joe Biden's broken border policy, which they support. Well, at least they support in their vote. And the politicians that they vote for definitely support Biden and his border policy. So they've brought this on themselves, but they don't want to accept responsibility for it. And now they're having to pay for it, which they didn't think was ever going to happen. They did not count on this when they became a sanctuary city. Alderman David Moore of the 17th Ward voted to reject the funding, saying if there's enough to go around, then let's pass an ordinance where we see enough. Moore argued for spending money on Chicago residents like those in his district, which is an underserved, majority black ward. Yeah, if they could spend $51 million for illegals, why couldn't they have spent $51 million before now for their own citizens, for Chicagoans? Because they don't want to, they didn't want to, don't want to, and will not ever do that for their own people? Yeah, they won't. Why would they? They don't want to actually help people that consistently vote for them and believe the lies that they tell them. They don't take responsibility for anything. Come on, people, you got to wake up. The $51 million is in addition to the Illinois state budget that included $42.5 million targeted for illegals for shelter, legal representation, and translation services. So they have a total of what, $93.5 million? What the, dude? If shit like this doesn't wake people up to force them to think about what they're doing with their vote, how they're being treated, how these people are using their power, then we just haven't hit rock bottom yet. It takes, this is how humans are. It takes hitting rock bottom before you would actually change. It's like an addict, You have to hit rock bottom. You have to be ready. Are these people ready? What is it going to take for them to be ready to wake up and stop voting for the same idiocy over and over again? I doubt this is it. This is probably not it. It's not bad enough. It's got to get 10 times worse than it is right now for people to start doing something about it. I mean, we're having a slow awakening, but it's like super slow. I honestly don't know if it's fast enough to counteract everything that's happening. They are attacking the country and what it stands for on every front. Every front, plus hundreds of other things that are happening locally that we cannot keep track of. I don't know how we're going to get out of this. Stop voting Democrat. It's very easy. So easy. Do not vote for the person with the D next to their name. And just see what happens. Just give it a try. All right, that's going to do it for this one. Be sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification, share the video, and I'll see you in the next one.